Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about what our life purpose is. I've been getting a lot of messages from people that don't really understand what their life purpose is. So in this video we're going to learn what our value is through our core principles first. We're going to do that right after these messages from my sponsor.
Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation.
Well, my friends, as you know, I like to put some slides on the screen here so we can talk about this. So on this slide next to me, my friends, it says some types of core values. These are countless types of core values, as you will see. So you will need to choose the ones that are right for you or your organization. It's natural to want to choose a long list of core values in an effort to be the best you can be, but limiting your selection to 2 or 3 helps you focus on your purpose in life without becoming distracted. Here are some examples of core values from which you may wish to choose from. So what I'm going to do, my friends, I'm going to get my Google Assist to help me define some of these words. What I like to have you do is just choose 3 of these core values, and then if it fits you, write it down on the list. This video is part 1 of 2 parts that we're going to be doing on what our life purpose is. So as you can see on the screen in front of me, my friends, you see the word dependability. So let's Google that word and see what it means. Define dependability.
Here's the definition of dependability: the quality of being trustworthy and reliable.
That's a good core value, right? To be trustworthy and reliable. Well, the next word that you're seeing on there is reliable. Let's see what she can tell us about defining reliable. How do you define reliability?
According to ASQ, reliability is defined as the probability that a product, system, or service will perform its intended function adequately for a specified period of time, or will operate in a defined environment without failure.
Well, that's a pretty good definition, wouldn't you agree? Okay, the next thing that you're seeing on the screen here is loyalty. Let's define that. Define loyalty.
Here's the definition of loyalty: the quality of being loyal.
And an additional definition that she gave is a strong feeling of support or allegiance. Okay? So the next word that we're seeing here is commitment. Define commitment.
Here's the definition of commitment: the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc.
And description number 2 is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. Okay? So when we're committed to something, we have a restriction of freedom from our actions because we're committed to that certain cause. Okay, this word here says open-mindedness. Define open-mindedness.
According to Wikipedia, open-mindedness is receptiveness to new ideas.
Okay, now we see the word consistency. Define consistency.
Here's the definition of consistency: conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness.
I enjoy getting her to assist me because I don't have to write these words down. She can say them for me. Okay? Let's look at the next word on the screen here is honesty. Define honesty.
Here's the definition of honesty: the quality of being honest.
Number 2, a European plant with a purple or white flower and round, flat, translucent seed pods that are used for indoor flower arrangements. There must be a flower. Similar. So the quality of being honest. They spoke with convincing honesty about their fears. Honesty. The next word that you're seeing, my friends, is efficiency. Define efficiency.
Here's the definition of efficiency: the state or quality of being efficient.
A state or quality. Now, my friends, we're back at the top of this page again, and this says innovation. Define innovation.
Here's the definition of innovation: the action or process of innovating.
A new method, idea, product, etc. Okay? There's a lot of things that we need to connect to here to find out what our core value is. This one says creativity. Define creativity.
Here's the definition of creativity: the use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work.
How am I doing here, my friends? Am I finding some qualities that you can consider as values? Okay, this next word is good humor. Define good humor.
Here's the definition of good humor: a genial disposition or mood.
Pretty good one. Now, my friend, we're going to define compassion. Define compassion.
Here's the definition of compassion: sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others.
Are you catching an idea of what core values are, my friends? This next word on this screen says spirit of adventure. What is spirit of adventure?
According to Learns, the Spirit of Adventure Trust provides youth development programs on board the Spirit of New Zealand sailing ship.
That's not what we want, is it? How do you define a spirit of adventure?
According to dictionary.com, participation in exciting undertakings or enterprises, the spirit of adventure, a bold, usually risky undertaking, hazardous action of uncertain outcome.
See, my friends, how you ask the question gives you different answers, right? This is motivation. How do you define motivation?
Here's the definition of motivation: the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way.
The next word here is positivity. How do you define positivity?
According to Healthy Place, according to the Oxford English Dictionary definition, positivity is the practice of being or tendency to be positive or optimistic in attitude. That's right.
That's a pretty good definition, right? Let's look at optimism. How do you define optimism?
Here's the definition of optimism: hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something.
And we're seeing the word passion. Define passion.
Here's the definition of passion: strong and barely controllable emotion.
It's a pretty good core value. Now at the top of this list, my friends, we're seeing the word respect. Define respect.
Here's the definition of respect: a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
It's a pretty good definition. Now we're seeing the word fitness. How do you define fitness?
Here's the definition of fitness: the condition of being physically fit and healthy.
That's a good definition. Now we're seeing courage. How do you define courage?
According to dictionary.com, the quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, pain, etc. without fear, bravery.
Wow, that's a good one. The next word here is education. How do you define education?
Here's the definition of education: the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university.
And here you're seeing the word perseverance. How do you define the word perseverance?
Here's the definition of perseverance: persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success.
Very good. This next word on here is patriotism. How do you define patriotism?
Here's the definition of patriotism. The quality of being patriotic, devotion to and vigorous support for one's country.
Yeah. This word's a big one. It's actually 3 words. Service to others. How would you define service to others?
According to your dictionary, service is defined as someone or something that is intended to provide help to those providing assistance to others.
Service to others. And here is an environmentalist. How do you define environmentalist?
Here's the definition of environmentalist. A person who is concerned with or advocates the protection of the environment.
And my friends, that word is actually environmentalism. Let's see what she says. How do you define the word environmentalism?
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. A theory that views environment rather than heredity as the important factor in the development and especially the cultural and intellectual development of an individual or group.
Well, there you go, my friends. We heard it from my Google Assist. That concludes my slide presentation, my friends. What I would suggest that you do is work back through the list of core values that I gave you and find out what your core value is. Write down 3 of those core values and maybe comment them below. My core values, I believe, my number 1 core value is compassion. I see and I feel and I hear the pain and the hurt from other people. That hurts my heart greatly. So compassion is my number 1 core value. My second core value is to educate people based on the pain that they have so they don't have to endure that. Okay, so that core value is to educate people. So education is one of my core values. My next core value is passion. I have a lot of passion for what I do because if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm passionate about spiritual health. I'm passionate about showing people what spiritual sickness is, which is sin. But I'm also passionate about showing people what spiritual injury is, which is a spiritual sickness brought on by somebody else's wrongdoing or how they have informed you or mistakes they've made on your behalf. Okay, that's spiritual injury. So this is it for this video, my friends. In part 2, I'm going to actually give you 5 reasons or 5 ways to actually find your purpose. But before we can find our purpose, my friends, we've got to find out what our core values are. What is our worth? I'm not talking about financial right now. I'm talking about the core values that drive us to move forward. Okay, my friends? If you would like to get a notification every time I do a video, just hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you don't like this video, you can give me a thumbs down. That'll help me to know if I'm doing a good job, if I'm not doing a good job. And don't forget to subscribe, my friends. We'll see you in the next video.